The scene begins in a quiet, dimly lit room filled with the soft hum of cooling fans and the glow of 3 high-resolution monitors. I am sitting here adjusting my headset, making sure the screen recording software is capturing every single pixel of my virtual machine. This isn't just a regular computer, it's a carefully crafted trap. A digital honeypot designed to look like the messy desktop of an elderly person who hasn't cleared their browser cache in years. I've named this persona Arthur, a retired librarian who is terrified of technology. On the right-hand monitor, I have my secret weapon ready, a custom-built script that mimics a high-level Russian ransomware attack. It's harmless to me, but to a scammer connected via remote access, it looks like their entire network is about to be incinerated. The phone rings. It's a number from a fake Microsoft security pop-up. I take a deep breath, click the record button, and adopt a shaky, high-pitched voice. I answer the call and hear the familiar chaos of a distant call center, the sound of dozens of people lying to the elderly simultaneously. A man with a thick, forced accent introduces himself as Kevin, from the Windows Security Department. Tells me my computer is sending out malicious signals, and that if I don't act now, the FBI will come to my door to seize my assets. I play along, sounding breathless and terrified. I tell him I have all my life savings on this computer and I can't afford to lose it. Kevin's tone changes instantly. He smells blood in the water. He instructs me to go to a website to download a remote access tool. I pretend to struggle with the keyboard, typing slowly and making mistakes to build his frustration. This is part of the game. The more frustrated they are, the less they pay attention to the security protocols I'm bypassing in the background. Finally, I successfully download the tool and give him the access code. I see his mouse cursor appear on my screen like a predator entering a cage. He immediately opens the command prompt and starts typing the tree command, a classic scammer tactic used to make a simple file list look like a deep system scan for hackers. He tells me, "Look, Arthur, do you see those red lines? Those are hackers from Russia and China, stealing your banking data right now." I let out a fake sob, asking him if he can save me. He assures me he can, but it will cost $3,000 for a lifetime protection, or certificate. As he's talking, he starts browsing through my fake documents folder, looking for anything labeled passwords or bank info. Instead, he finds a folder titled Confidential Government Data. I see his cursor hover over it. He's getting greedy. He thinks he's found a jackpot. He tries to drag the folder to his own desktop using the file transfer feature. That is the moment I've been waiting for. I whisper to myself, "Gotcha." I move my hand to my second keyboard and hit the Enter key. On the screen Kevin is watching, the Windows background suddenly turns pitch black. A massive blood-red emblem of a double-headed eagle appears in the center. The scammer freezes. He tries to move the mouse, but I've used a block input command to lock him out. Suddenly, lines of bright green, Cyrillic text begin scrolling down the screen at a blinding speed. A loud, distorted audio file of a Russian voice speaking through a gas mask begins to play over the system speakers. "System breach detected," the voice growls in English with a heavy accent. "Initiating counter protocol, red October." I hear Kevin gasp over the phone. He asks, "Arthur? What is happening? What did you click?" I change my voice slightly, sounding even more panicked than before. I tell him, "Oh no, Kevin, that folder! My nephew told me never to open that. He works for the government. He said it has a digital landmine for anyone who tries to steal it." The scammer is frantically clicking his mouse, trying to close the connection, but I've scripted the remote software to stay open in a hidden state. On his end, it now looks like his own computer is being flooded with the same Russian text. I've sent a signal that triggers a fake formatting progress bar on his side of the screen. The bar says, "Deleting C drive. 45% complete." Kevin is now screaming at his colleagues in his office. I can hear him shouting in another language. "It's a virus! It's jumping back! Shut it down! Pull the plug!" I can't help but smirk, but I keep the persona. I yell into the phone, "Kevin! Why is my screen saying uploading personal data to Moscow? Is that part of the fix? Kevin, come back." He finally comes back to the phone, his voice cracking with genuine terror. He yells, "Sir, your computer is infected with a Russian military virus. It is attacking my server. You are a criminal. Why do you have this?" I respond by saying, "I just wanted to save my pictures of my cat." "Why are you deleting your own files, Kevin?" The progress bar on his screen hits 90%. I trigger a series of fake pop-up windows that look like official FBI and Interpol warnings, stating that his IP address has been flagged for espionage and cyber terrorism. This is the breaking point. I hear the sound of a chair crashing to the floor. Kevin is literally running away from his desk. Another man, presumably a supervisor, grabs the headset. This guy sounds older and more aggressive. He starts swearing at me, calling me every name in the book. I decide it's time to end the charade. I drop the Arthur voice and speak in my natural calm tone. I tell him, "Hey there, supervisor. Just thought you should know that while you were busy trying to rob an old man, I was busy tracing your gateway. That Russian virus you're seeing? It's just a script, but the packet sniffer I ran on your connection is very real. I have your physical address, the name of your ISP, and I've already sent a copy of this entire interaction to the local authorities and the cybercrime division." The silence on the other end is deafening. For 10 seconds, neither of us says a word. I can hear the distant sound of the call center, the same lying voices I heard at the beginning, but this man is paralyzed. He finally whispers, "Who are you?" Or I reply, "I'm the guy who makes sure people like you have a very bad day. I'm the guy who protects the people you try to exploit. And right now, I'm the guy who's watching your entire office panic over a fake countdown timer. I hit one last button, and a giant war troll face and image fills his entire screen with the words that you have been prevented written in bold letters. The scammer lets out one final string of insults before slamming the phone down so hard I can hear the plastic crack. I lean back in my chair, exhaling a long breath. On my screen, the data logs are complete. I have successfully wasted 45 minutes of their time, potentially saving 3 or 4 other people from being scammed during that window. I start the process of blurring out sensitive information for the video upload, knowing that this non-Russian virusy test stunt is going to be one of the most satisfying wins yet. The footage is perfect. The panic in his voice was genuine, and the lesson was clear. If you go looking for trouble in someone else's computer, you might just find something that bites back. I save the file, export the audio, and begin the editing process, ready to show the world another victory in the war against digital predators. This is just one day in the life of a scam baiter. But for Kevin, it's a day he'll never forget.